The Reading and Leeds lineup for 2023 just got 70 new names added. The reactions are hilarious, as they are every year. I know this happens every year. It is fucking funny. So much hate. In fact, I'm just going to flash up a lot of comments here. There's so much hate on this lineup. Is it justified? Absolutely not. It's never justified. Is this a great lineup? This is probably, I know this is going to sound a bit criminal for me to say this, because I've always been an RNL lover, and I do love RNL. It's my favourite place in the world. However, this lineup is a little weak. Is it bad? No. Are there some names on there that I adore? Absolutely. Is it missing a few that I think should be on there? It's always missing a few that I think should be on there. I would have loved to have seen Shame on there. I would have loved to have seen Fontaine's DC on there. I would have loved to have seen some better rappers on there. But you know what? This is just how it is. There's no point in getting upset about it. This is just what it is. There's some great names that's been announced. I'm going to go through the press release from the website, and we can have a look and see who's been added, who's good, who we're looking forward to, so on and so forth. Just announced we've added 70 plus names for Reading and Leeds lineup, including Bakar, Arlo Parks, Easy Life, Palaye Royale, Seagulls, Subfocus back-to-back with Dimension, Sleep Token, Tom Odell, Clavish, and loads more joining this summer. I'm not gonna lie, some good names in that list. Bakar, great to be recognised for what he's doing. I think in 6 months' time, that artist is going to be huge. He deserves it because he's brilliant. Arlo Parks, I adore her. Everything she puts out is absolutely great, and I'm really looking forward to making my WTF episode about her. Just one of the more exciting artists that have come out of the UK in the last 4 or 5 years. Oh, showing a little bit too much there. Sorry, guys. Easy Life, great. They're great. They're great. Palaye Royale, done a WTF about them, not the biggest fan. You can go watch it. Seagulls, feel like a bit of a Reading staple at this point. Soft, fun, indie pop. Subfocus, one of the most important drum bass artists to hit us in the last 20 years. Dimension, fine, you can go watch the WTF about that. I'll probably do a little Subfocus deep dive though. Sleep Token, there's an interesting act. Tom Odell and Clavish, I will not be seeing them, and that's okay. Making their Reading and Leeds debut will be Brit Award nominated Rina Sawayama. More pop music, I know she's a bit different, I guess. It's not for me. Who had a whirlwind year following the 2022 release of her chart-topping Hold the Girl, 2023 TikTok breakout star Caity Baser, and pop singer Webb, whose debut album Amelia will be released this Friday, the 3rd of March. Completing the lineup's addition to pop's most innovative voices and songwriter, the Brit Rising Star of 2022 award winner Holly Humberstone, who we love. WTF for her. Brilliant. She's great. I love Holly Humberstone, who has captured hearts, including ours, with her bright yet vulnerable songwriting. The poster design's quite nice. I quite like that. I'm quite enjoying the little mixture of the two fonts on some of the bigger names on the main stages. That's quite fun. Nice little design difference there. North London artist Bakar has become one of the most vital new voices in UK, promising another iconic genre-blending performance at Reading and Leeds, joined by fellow North Londoner and drill innovator Clavish. Don't know Clavish, new one for me. Probably this is where we realise that Jack is far too old to be going to this festival. Representing the Leeds rock scene are the brash trailblazers Yard Act. We love Yard Act. WTF just done about them as well. Who have risen through their ranks after their BBC introducing stage debut last year. Also packing 6 strings are Reading locals The Amazons, appearing at their home turf to deliver the sing-along hooks and stadium-ready choruses from the 2022 release. How Will I Know If Heaven Will Find Me? I'm not gonna lie. Was it Blood Rush? That was a good record. That's like a Bruce Springsteen record, but the rest is a bit pants. Album 1 and 2, we like The Amazons. 3, festival favourite Frank Turner and the Sleeping Souls will also be making return to the fields. He did 10 years back to back playing at Reading and Leeds. I think that's impressive. Been a few years since we've had Frank Turner back. I'm not the biggest fan of Frank Turner. My little brother Will, huge fan. Easy Life are continuing their global takeover, whilst acclaimed poet and songwriter Arlo Parks will introduce some slower grooves riding off the back of her 2023 standout track Weightless. Arlo Parks playing Reading is a weird one for me. She's a Glastonbury artist through and through. Do 16 to 22 year olds really like Arlo Parks? I don't know. I'm not in that bracket, and I think she's great, but you know, is she Reading? I don't know. Also confirmed to play are Palaye Royale, Canadian alt rock noisemakers Mother, and visionary new metalers Sleep Token. Sleep Token are interesting. Who will deliver a masterclass in progressive metal. Following the release of their intimate and minimal Best Day of My Life late last year, acclaimed singer-songwriter Tom Odell will also undoubtedly deliver a striking performance. Festival anthem merchant Seagulls will make their return to the festival, joined by Edinburgh indie rockers Vistas, flying the flag for Scottish music alongside headliner Lewis Capaldi. You can go and watch WTF episodes about Palaye Royale, Easy Life, Seagulls and Vistas currently on this channel. We're bringing a huge selection of dance and electronic artists with pioneers of drum and bass scene Subfocus, going back-to-back with Dimension, plus Headaches, garage producer Selector, and American DJ and producer Griffin. All-female DJ collective Girls Don't Sink will be taking to the decks alongside Jaguar. Well, that's fucking cool, isn't it? Girls Don't Sink, I like that. That sounds like that's one to deep dive into. Representing underground dance music, further names include pop riser Neve Ella, Harriet Jackson, known for her high-tempo sets. Also bringing the heat will be New York's Austin Mills. Now, I've just done my Kate Renata video, and Austin Mills feels like he's heavily inspired by him. But his music has been cropping up on like TikTok and Instagram for me for the last year, and I think he's dope. You'll notice his MPC's never plugged in, and he uses the same video for every song, but still, I think he's great. So that's a cool one. I'll be definitely checking that out. Alongside rap and production duo Frankie Stew and Harvey Gunn. Feel Good Garage King Sammy Vergie, and soul pop singer Joseph. Drum and bass is well represented by Vibe Chemistry Coven and ex-BBC Radio 1 host and revered DJ Friction, 80s inspired producer Metric, and Charlie T, the newly crowned host of the Radio 1 Drum and Bass show. Cool, they got there in the end. TV Girl and Wallace will deliver their sun-kissed Californian indie, joined by Giant Rooks, Ethel Kane, and Last Dinner Party, and former busker, now breakout Glaswegian star Dylan John Thomas. Don't know any of those guys. Who should I be looking at? Both alt pop savant Artemis and dream pop Sydney natives Royal Otis will be making their R&L debut. Royal Otis has a WTF episode planned for before April because I'm seeing them play at a festival up the road from here on the sunny coast, so keep your eye on that one. I think they're great, Royal Otis. Also on the lineup is Jesse Joe Stark, Nashville indie rockers Coin, pop punk crossover Forerunner, Kenny Hoopla, English teacher, and post-punk trailblazers The Murder Capital. Right, we know how much this man loves Kenny Hoopla. I love Kenny Hoopla. Very excited to see new music from him coming soon. Has had a horrible last 6 months. Thoughts go out to Kenny Hoopla. What a legend. The Murder Capital have been high on my list for a long time. I think they're absolutely incredible. Everyone right now should, once you finish watching this video, go and add Green and Blue to your library because it's amazing. Looking for more heavy music? We've added Normandy, Magnolia Park, Pink Shift, and Games We Play. Ken-based nu metal titans Graphic Nature will bring the daring connection of scathing metal and hardcore, joined by High Viz, Meet Me at the Altar, and neon ugly pop queen Zand. Flying the flag for hardcore will be Knocked Loose and Tenacious Punk's Scowl. Right, some words there. Zand, don't know anything about Zand, but I love the idea of them being a neon ugly pop queen. Meet Me at the Altar is like, that's a good post-hardcore name, isn't it? Don't know a lot of these guys, won't I? Anything to send my way, then please recommend. We've added new age rockers Yonica, who always smash it, and it's good to see girls making loud music. I'm a big fan of that. And from across the pond, Ecstasy will embrace crowds with his dark wave pop songs. I've been a fan of Ecstasy for a long time. If you like that kind of sad boy emo rap mixed with music like The Cure or like Morrissey or the Smiths or like the whole post-punk sound, Ecstasy's great. Really like Ecstasy, not the drug, because I'd die, I'm too old. Reading Leeds 2023 will also welcome some of the hottest breakthrough hip-hop and rap acts, including DW. Whoa. Hip-hop, hottest breakthrough hip-hop and rap acts, DWE. Like, DWE is amazing. Like, absolute godfather of the scene. Adore. Would love to do a video about DWE. But he's not like a hottest breakthrough. He's been around for 25,000 years. West London's lo-fi hip-hop riser Finn Foxell, UK garage and soul hip-hop fuser Killaween. I really love that Killaween record where they've sampled Bad Bad Not Good. So cool. Time moves slow when I get sober. Tottenham's Nipper and Kenny Allstar. Kenny Allstar WTF is already there. Also added is an upcoming rap prospect Santi, freestyle queen and emotive singer and emotive songwriter Shah Simone, rising Afrobeat rapper BZ or BZ, American digicore singer and rapper Midwest, and gritty South London hip hop hopeful Froth, awful here, don't know any of these people. Further names include K-Trap, which has a WTF episode, Jay Fando, breakthrough Leeds drill artist Thames and Malachi, plus legendary producer and grime music trailblazer DJ Target, which also has a WTF episode, straight talking rap prospect JB, Queen Mills, and hardest hitting lyricist in British hyper rap Vanguard, and hard hitting lyricist and British hyper rap Vanguard Lancey Foe. Okay, I know Killaween, I know DWE, I know Kenny Allstar, I know K-Trap, And that's about it from there. What do I need to know? Let me know. What do you reckon? New names. There's some great names in there. I think that there's some of the people that are added there I'm really excited to see that I've never seen before. And I might not go out of my way to see them, but at a festival, they're perfect. People like Killoween. People like Austin Mills. I'm not sure I would go and buy a ticket to see them, but I'm really excited to see them. And then there are people that I would go buy a ticket to see. People like Kenny Hoopla and the Murder Capital. There's some great names in here. Ecstasy, Royal Otis. You know what I mean? Who are we excited for? Before we go on, I still think this is a relatively weak lineup by comparison to previous years. However, there's more than enough to justify the cost of the ticket, in my opinion. If we go, I was just looking on Reddit this morning, and someone's really cleverly put a reaction up from the eFestivals forum, which says 48% of main stage acts appear in 2021. And it says, I thought the lineup looked familiar. Sam Fender, Mimi Webb, Tion Wayne, Yard Act, and loads of others. All of these acts played in Reading and Leeds in 2021, 2 years ago. 25% of all acts announced thus far, excluding the headliners, played the festival 2 years ago. I don't think that's a bad thing. That shows that you can grow with the festival. You can play a smaller stage and you'll be brought through to play a bigger slot. 25%, I don't think that's that bad. That's just me. It gets worse too. 16 of those listed acts are booked on the main stages. 48% of all of this year's main stage acts, excluding the headliners, appeared 2 years ago. For reference, 15% repeat booking rate between 2010 and 2012. So, here's the thing. Let's do the first point. I think that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that you're getting repeat bookings, because someone going and playing the introducing stage, then playing the festival public stage or the one extra stage, and then playing the main stage, that shows growth. And then going on and headlining, that's amazing. Catfish and the Bottom End played every fucking stage. But if Claro played every stage, it's important that you go and do the same thing, I think, personally. And I like going and seeing the sets grow and people move, and it's important. For reference, the 15% repeat booking rate from 2010 to 2012, what I'm really interested there, and I'm not going to do the math, someone else can. We have 2 main stages now. If you were to include the Radio 1 stage in that, I bet it would be similar. That's how it works. You don't just all of a sudden never play Reading and then play the main stage. Usually you've done a set there before you play again. I actually think 48% is really low. That means half of the people playing on the main stage have never played Reading before, or haven't played Reading in the last 2 years. I think that's pretty good. I can forgive the smaller acts for getting a bump up the bill, but how do you book a lineup this unimaginative? I do think the headliners are relatively paint by numbers. I think Sam and Foles are great, but I would have liked a big rock name in there, and I don't think the Killers count as that. I think the Killers are fine as a booking. I don't think there are many 16 to 25-year-olds that are excited by the Killers. I think Imagine Dragons is a weird one. Imagine Dragons would have worked if it would have been Rage afterwards. I don't know, it's weird. Why reduce the amount of stages on offer and then rebook a significant portion of the lineup, further limiting the options on offer for the regulars? It's bad. Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. I'm just not sure I agree. And then another post here, which I just thought was really interesting. Squeezing as many genres as possible into one lineup is destroying the festival. In previous years, I would look at the lineup and easily be able to pick out 15 to 20 plus names that I'd want to go and see. This year, there are literally 6 people on the entire lineup who I'd see. Now, Mamsies on Reddit. I would highly recommend going back and watching a couple of videos I've put out in the last few years called Why is the Reading Lineup So Shit? It's a piece of data that says when you're 15, you find the best music in the entire world, and it comes out that year. And then it continues to dwindle as you get older. My guess here is that you're 21 and you're losing it. I could be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. But the fact of the matter is, if you can't find more than 6 people on this lineup, you might want to go and have a look at more of the artists. Because out of the 100 and whatever people that are announced now, I'm sure there are more than 6 people that would be. In 3 years' time, you'll look back at this lineup and go, oh, can't believe that DWE played. That's the person that comes to mind. Reading is no longer worth the £350 plus ticket price. It's not, it's £280. There's not enough there for people anymore, and this goes for both rock alternative fans and rap hip hop fans too. The lineup is getting more and more diluted with shit TikTok pop and mainstream dribble every year, and it's turning away fans of all genres. Not sure I agree with you there. It sells out every year. TikTok is just the way that people consume music now. There's lots of this stuff that I have discovered from TikTok. Don't get pissy with it, you know what I mean? Reading desperately needs to reclaim its identity again. Pick a target audience and go for them, with plenty of great acts to choose from instead of casting the widest net possible, but only giving a small amount of people a small handful of acts. Look, it's still, I think it's great. It's worth the ticket price. You get some great names in there, and I think probably cast your net wider, is what I would say. I was going to go through and read some of the reactions on the Instagram. That might be another one to do for another day. What do you think? Well, I'm interested. I put a poll on my YouTube and on Twitter. I'm interested in how many of you are excited by this lineup and how many of you have more than 10 people that you're looking forward to seeing, because that's where the money is for me. That's where you make your buck. I'm happy. Look, I'm always going to be happy with the lineup. It's definitely one of the weaker lineups over the years. 15 years for me now. It's still good. There's still some great names in there. It'll be a great weekend. I'll have a great time with my mates and watch some wicked bands. I'll go discover music and I'll get to hang out with my friends. Well, how bad can it be? What I'm interested in is what lineups are better. Is Truck really that better? Is All Points East really that better? Like, count the names on all of those things and go, yeah, I'd pay money to go see that person. I really love them. Because I think most lineups are pants. This one, at least a bit different. That's my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section below, as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.